Hi, Rob.
Surya,
Good to see you again.
you too. Thank you for having us.
How is the race season so far this year?
Do you know what? It's been an amazing journey. The story of Aston Martin Formula One team, team of the future, the amount that we're investing in the team to get us to ultimately where we want to be, which is right at the front of the grid. It's an amazing, amazing story. And, you know, having partners like Cognizant to help us on our journey and really, you know, the work that we've done in digital transformation is so important in us getting to ultimately that winning destination. Look, Cognizant as a leader in digital transformation, clearly at the cutting edge of AI. Such an exciting time right now in industry for AI. I guess my question is, what are you hearing from your clients right now, you know, on the immediate and the long-term application of AI in their respective worlds?
You know what? AI right now is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. There is not a single firm on this entire planet that is not thinking of AI or not working on AI. You know, AI, unlike the prior technology disruptions, this is going to diffuse much faster. The cost of deployment is relatively less than the prior technology disruptions that we have seen. And in many ways, this is going to be a social equalizer. What I mean by that is it is going to help less productivity people in a better way, or the less productive people will gain more from AI and Gen AI than more productive people. Almost all our clients are either doing pilots or are working on deployment of AI. And in fact, any firm on this planet who does not think on those lines will have an existential crisis.
It's such an exciting time where we're living through the era of understanding how we get the most out of this new technology. In Formula One, you know, we use AI to help us go faster on the track. To achieve ultimately our winning ambitions, whether that's through the digital twin and how we optimize our parts for the car.
I heard last week that you have combined data and technology and AI and launched something called AI Lonzo. Is that right?
That is right. AI Lonzo is a really interesting case of how we've used Gen AI to make sure that there's a real purpose for it. So let me just explain AI Lonzo. It really took us back to that beginning ambition. What are we trying to achieve here? We're trying to connect with fans on a global basis on more of a one-to-one perspective. In order to be global, we need to be able to speak to our fans in multiple languages. So we've introduced a new text-to-speech player on our website where Fernando will read out the content.
That's very exciting. Yep.
Where it does take us to...
It's probably the fastest way to reach out to the 750 million fans.
It is. And, you know, as I said, let's allow data and technology to be our friend in achieving that ambition. What it does take us to, though, is a huge question over ethics and transparency and really making sure that we are very clear to our global fan base.
I was going to ask that. How did you address that?
Well, the first thing to do is to make sure that everybody knows when AI Lonzo content is put out there into the world, it's AI-generated content. And the way that we simply badge that content and present it to the world, we think that's really important. Now, Fernando Alonso is still absolutely special and unique, and the experience that the Cognizant team had out in India when Fernando recently visited the campus, that's what you get with Fernando
whole
Alonso.
India was wowed, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. But who's to say that the AI Lonzo avatar can't help us tell our story and create more personalized experiences to a global fan base? But ethics is a really interesting area. Where does Cognizant stand on that?
It is very important for Cognizant too, particularly for the clients that we serve in highly regulated industries. This is top of our mind when it comes to ethics, compliance, and trust. And we have, very recently, we have hired Chief Trust Officer. And in fact, we are part of the conversation, that's happening around this to frame the guardrails. Where, as you would appreciate, the governments across geographies the corporate world and the technology experts, and everyone will have to come together to define this safe guardrails across. And this was one of the primary topics in Davos last year. This was one of the subject of discussion in Davos last year. So this is very important for us, and we are constantly at it, trying to make sure that we work within the guardrails.
And the work that Cognizant's doing, we as the Formula One team rely on brilliant partners like Cognizant. It's been a tremendous support in the work we do on track, and we're working with Cognizant to help us on our AI journey off track too. But also what we're seeing that you're doing is really reaching out to youngsters and tomorrow's workforce.
As this technology becomes mainstream, a year from now, 1.5 years from now, when the whole world, when the AI and Gen AI are infused across the value chains in all the industries, we need ton of talent with this expertise. So we are trying to get ahead of that. Yes. We are trying to work with academia, the colleges, the universities, to try and work with them on the curriculum for the students in these technologies, so that by the time they graduate, they're partially ready. And when they join firms like Cognizant, we train them further and contextualize them for the industries that they would serve. So this is very significant. So that's why we are trying to get a little ahead of the curve to create and nurture talent of future.
Right. And it's, as I said, it's inspiring to see that. And brilliant partnerships in Formula One for Aston Martin are all about shared values. Right. And the work that you're doing out there and the work that we do together, of course we want to win together, but Absolutely. We also want to make a mark and make an impact on the world.
Make an impact to the society too.
Yeah. And that's really what stands us as a brilliant partnership.